Hello, and happy holidays from the Project Automan YouTube channel. Today, we are reviewing the Amazing Stories episode Santa 85. Amazing Stories is a science fiction and fantasy anthology TV series created by Steven Spielberg. Each episode tells a standalone story, exploring themes of wonder, mystery, and imagination, often with a mix of heartwarming, eerie, or whimsical tones. The series features a wide range of tales, from supernatural encounters and time travel to magical realism, often highlighting human emotions and moral lessons. This episode begins at the North Pole on Christmas Eve, 1985. Santa Claus is getting ready and randomly spouting names from his list like he has naughty kid Tourette syndrome. Mrs. Claus, having read the script, foreshadows the plot by reminding Santa that the world has modernized and people now have other things to believe in besides Santa and Christmas. Santa brushes her off with his philosophy that the more things change, the more they stay the same. Personally, I lean more toward the Fallout philosophy. War never changes. Yeah, it wasn't Tourette syndrome that landed me on the naughty list. Anyway, we cut to a scene of parents putting their small boy to bed as he explains why the ad populum fallacy has made him start doubting Santa is real. We then cut back to Mrs. Claus warning her husband to steer clear of airport towers. Apparently, this is how Santa gets his thrills. Can't say I blame him. As Santa flies off, the back of Mrs. Claus's mind recalls the Beirut hijacking of TWA Flight 847 that occurred a few months earlier. She can't help but worry about her hubby. At this point, I want to assure the YouTube algorithm that this review will not critique Santa's breaking and entering. The Project Automan YouTube channel does not condone such behavior. Breaking and entering is wrong, even if you're paradoxically both immortal and morbidly obese. Remember, kids, Santa Claus is not above the law. Not that kids should be watching this anyway. I set all my videos as not made for kids. Now where was I? All right, Santa Claus is not above the law. Next lesson. Even though Santa resides in the North Pole, being arrested in America means he has the right to remain silent. I assume he was given his Miranda rights, but he proceeds to tell the sheriff who arrested him that his house was supposed to be next. Okay, Santa, here's the bad news. You're in a 1985 jail. The good news? You're not in one of BlackRock or Vanguard's private prisons in 2025. Spoiler alert, Santa. The modern world Mrs. Claus frets about is going to get even more modern. Can you really blame the sheriff for being skeptical? This is the fourth guy posing as Santa tonight. But why is the sheriff so opposed to the Christmas spirit? He explains it's because in 1933, he didn't get the blue Buck Rogers toy ray gun he asked Santa for. I can relate. For me, it was Santa not giving me a girlfriend that drove me to where I am now. Making fun of a holiday episode from the 1980s on YouTube. Santa isn't smart enough to ask for a public defender and keep his mouth shut, but he does have luck on his side. The boy whose parents turn Santa and steals Santa's sleigh and, with the brute force of the reindeer team, breaks not only the real Santa, but all the Santas out of jail. If I'd written the story, Santa would have pulled a Hogan's Heroes, snuck out of jail to deliver the rest of the presents, and then broken back into jail. As much as I'm mocking this episode, the part where Santa and the sheriff go head-to-head is pretty cool. In the end, the sheriff finally gets the present he's wanted for over half a century. Seeing as Santa just drops it out of the sky, maybe it's for the best that Santa forgets about the girlfriend he owes me. The episode is supposed to show how the sheriff embraces the holiday spirit. But to me, it looks more like he's psychologically broken after discovering Santa is real. Anyway, I honestly like this episode as a kid. I sometimes mock things I respect, so don't let this dissuade you from watching the episode if you get the chance. Thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. There will be more classic TV and film content here on the Project Automan YouTube channel in 2025. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Hey, no laughing in the paddy wagon.
Why is that?
Because nothing funny ever happens in my paddy wagon unless I say so.